Welcome back to Exchange Whiskey. Miller here.
Simpson here.
And today, we are going to pull back the curtain on probably what was one of 2020's most hyped releases.
Fair.
That wasn't like
Super
one
allocated.
of the fancy.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't, like I'm not kind of like Master's Keep or Parker's Heritage or anything like that. We're talking Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. So what this is Elijah Craig bourbon that they've put in another barrel. Not charred, just toasted.
And from what I know, it's like almost like putting it in a kiln.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, just like they're basically taking their already charred barrel that's normal, and then like heating it.
So I thought they
In a
did the
sense.
heating before the charring.
Well, they could have. I was just, in a ipso facto. In essence, they're heating the barrel.
So science, as far as I know it, none of my degrees are in science. Toasting the barrel goes ahead and brings a lot of those like wood sugars to the surface. Cooks it a little bit, and then whatever charring is done is gravy on top of that. It's a little extra step. I don't know that everybody does it. I know like a craft distillery that's super picky about the cooperage, that they're like, I want my barrels toasted for 20 minutes at like 400 degrees, and by God, it better be 20 minutes, and I'm going to hit it with an infrared thermometer. I don't know that all the big boys toast their barrels before they char them, do they?
Most don't, and that's strictly from everything I'm about to say about toasting and craft whiskey is going to be taken with a grain of salt. It is a way to quote unquote accelerate the aging process, or tasting of the aging.
It prepares the wood for the char.
Right. So theoretically, if you're just doing it regular, it's going to be probably 3 to 4 years before you get a good hard mix of that wood sugar mixed with your spirit. Toasting it can kind of eliminate a little bit of that. So craft distilleries use that as a way to kind of maximize on the flavor possibilities. Now, doesn't mean their stuff's going to taste bad. It's just the way they can do it. Most of the big boys don't do it because they have the capital and the backup to just they're kind of in motion and just cranking stuff out.
Right.
So to them, it's a luxury new item versus the other places, or like craft places, it's a necessity.
It's part of the everyday. But this doesn't mean it was aged in a toasted barrel as part of that process. This is a bourbon finished in a toasted barrel. So
right.
All reports point towards a lot of vanilla, a lot of spice. We'll see what that says. I love Elijah Craig. It was actually this guy right here that turned me on to Elijah Craig. If you guys remember our earlier episodes. So we'll see how this stacks up. We've done the rye. The rye was what it was, but we'll jump right in here. This is 94, I think. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's the good old Elliott Craig small proof. I get oak and caramel, but it's like if you had like an oak tree that you just like chainsawed down next to like a pot of caramel that you're cooking.
I get that smoky molasses note.
Maybe like a little citrus almost. Not quite orange.
I get that kind of burnt smell, like when you're taking a you'll love this one. Like if you're taking a skill saw
Burnt wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the kind of the smoke. There's a little bit of cordial cherry kind of smell in there.
But yeah, it's a nice toasty sawdust smell.
Kind of a little like a mixture of Rolos and raisins.
Yep.
And I get those notes with these double barrel types of products, and I don't know if it's just that mix of like the punch with the extra char, but I'm gonna taste this thing. Boy, that's a lot more dry than I thought it would be.
You know, for as complex as the nose was,
Is it flat to you?
yeah,
Okay.
it's sweet. It's like there's a very like pungent oak spice, a nice vanilla-y oaky finish. But it's not like it's a smooth transition. It's not boom, I'm very sweet. Like I kind of wanted a little bit more.
All right. That second sip was all wood, straight sucking the moisture out of my mouth.
It's very oaky.
Which can happen. Like obviously you're dealing with this, like you said, this was put into another barrel that was toasted, right?
And not charred, so you're just getting straight oak. Hold on. Pardon.
The nose is phenomenal. I really enjoy the nose. The problem with these, and even craft whiskeys face this more than most, but I feel like these big boys are pushing it out towards as a novelty almost, and I'm not sure they hit the mark with this. I think if you're an oak bourbon drinker, this could be your jam.
I love a good. I think we were talking about this in a previous video, like big, fat, bold flavors, and that's what this is. It's a nice. It's sweet. I mean, there's not like big explosions of flavor, but it's very sweet up front. It's very oaky. It's very tannicky. It's not a daily drinker, and good Lord, for like what it took to find this, it damn sure can't be. I like it because I like oaky bourbon, but I feel like maybe I'm not who they were marketing this to, and I don't think who they were marketing this to would like it. I'd be anxious to know, because like I know people in our like local whiskey club who like there's picks that I've tasted. I'm like, man, this is phenomenal. It's got all these depths of flavors, and like all I taste is friggin' char and toothpicks.
This is nothing but like wood.
It's straight. I mean, because literally, you just took bourbon and threw it in a fucking oak tree. Oh shit.
We've got that new thing you can just put in the.
But I mean,
put in a thump sound every time it goes.
I mean, you took an already Elijah Craig's a very oaky product as it is. So you took Elijah Craig at a blend of 8 to 12 years supposedly, and you put it in another oak barrel for an undetermined amount of time. I like it, but for the average consumer, I almost feel like it's over oaked.
Yeah, your average consumer is not gonna like a oaky bourbon.
Yeah, they want
pure and simple. It's smooth.
They want friggin' Woodford Reserve or
Basil Hayden's or Maker's Mark.
Basil Hayden's, something sweet, something approachable, something that's not gonna singe your face off.
They want the first Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
You know.
So the hell, Elijah Craig.
It's 0 for 2 for me.
0 for 2. What's happening up there?
Told you it's because they took out the big red 12. Fuck them.
Elijah, it's okay. It's not your fault.
No, it's Okie.
It's good. I mean, I don't not like it.
What was this? This was $50, right?
50, 60. Second, you can find it up to maybe about 70.
At retail, I wouldn't buy this.
No, it's
I've seen it allocated more higher than Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Yeah.
Which to me is worth every damn penny.
Yeah.
A bad Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is worth every damn penny.
I mean,
this is just it's. I'm trying not to hate on it as much because I know taste is subjective, but like for what I think you hit it correctly. For what I think the audience they were going for is not us, and I also didn't think that they are going to get the audience that they were going for.
Now thinking
that initial punch, man, is just dry. It just sucks the moisture right out.
Thinking cap time. Now I know we shit on people for doing this all the time.
Yep.
The whole I wish this was a higher proof. If this was Elijah Craig toasted barrel proof, do you think maybe there'd be more wood sugars in there to cut the astringency, or would it be even more tannicky?
I think it would be even more tannicky.
I formulated the question in my mind, and then I was like, yes, Ellie, they need to change their fan belt.
If this was Elijah Craig toasted barrel proof, and it was $65-$70, I would be okay with that, whether if it was good or not.
But at 94,
at 94, and what it is, I'm not a fan of it.
Sorry, folks. We're definitely not gonna get that media kit from Heaven Hill. I mean, and it this kind of proves the point we want to hit home with this show. Just because everybody's clamoring for a bottle doesn't mean it's good.
And this proves the point for us on reviewing too. We're huge Heaven Hill fans.
I wanted to like this.
Just because
I coveted it. Like I was like,
we don't have to like each
salivating.
bottle. Like this is not. I don't care for this that much.
I'll drink it. It's not a daily drink. As tannicky as it is, it's not a daily drinker.
And we've come up with this too. Like whenever we've gone to each other's houses and tried each other's whiskeys, he's had whiskey that I've gotten that he didn't like, and I'm stuck with it. Vice versa. Yeah, this happens in the whiskey journey, but this is what our YouTube show is for. Is we're here to, obviously we're not experts. This is just our opinions, and all taste is subjective. All we can provide is some sort of an insight to your buying experience.
And if you've made it this far and you think that we are experts, I'm sorry.
I mean, look at me.
He's a clown. I mean, I'm not sad that I had. Like, I'm not gonna go pour it down the drain and use the bottle for something else.
It's not bad.
No, it's just not like the holy grail that it was.
It was overhyped.
It was. I mean, like this was the thing in summer of 2020.
Like pair this against a JTS Brown.
Yeah, like when I found this, I was like beside myself, and now I'm
beside yourself.
That's fine.
You're beside me.
Yeah. So, go figure.
All right.
Well, thank you for joining us. If you had this and liked it or got some contrary tasting notes to us, let us know. Drop us a line.
We won't argue with you.
We'll
listen to you.
We'll entertain the other side. But like, share, subscribe, follow, all of that for us. We appreciate your support. And until next time, folks.
Cheers.